All right, guys, today it's going to be a short video because this is the human lightning rod part 3, video 2 of 2. So what's going to happen is that I'm going to review with you how to read this story, going through all the words that perhaps you have trouble reading, and then we're going to learn how to spell the words, not 死背, but we're not going to memorize how to spell the words. We are going to do it using phonics. And then if you are unsure and you spell it wrong, like I told you many times before, it is okay to spell it wrong. It really is. Okay. All right, here it is. Furthermore, Roy's friends and colleagues avoided him, fearing being struck by lightning themselves. Roy was struck a sixth time in 1976 under similar circumstances. The water bottle he carried at all times was put to good use when his hair was set on fire. In 1977, while fishing in a pond, Roy was struck by lightning a seventh and final time. The probability of the same person being struck by lightning 7 times in the lifespan of 80 years is 1 in 10 to the 28th. In yet another coincidence, Roy's wife was once struck by lightning as well and survived while standing near Roy. Sadly, in 1983, Roy Sullivan committed suicide in his home at the age of 71. He is in the Guinness World Records as the man who survived the most lightning strikes. All right, so we have the vocabulary words and some other words I want you guys to become familiar. Excuse me. Become familiar. So I'll go through those too. Okay, so here it is. Furthermore, Roy's friends and co-workers. Right, who are his co-workers and people with whom he works? They are called, you have to know how to say it. They're called colleagues. Colleagues. And if you know how to say colleagues, then you can spell it. Colleagues. Like that. Okay? And of course, that is obviously wrong. But what does that word spell? Colleagues. Okay, it's wrong. It's wrong, but it spells colleagues. And then you go back and you make your 调整 adjustments. You say, oh, it's 2 L's. Oh, there's GUE, right? Like that. And then you get the right answer. So the 自然发音 takes you in the 正确的方向, and then you remember the other stuff. Okay, good. All right. So furthermore, Roy's friends and colleagues kept away from him, right? Somebody has COVID-19, you want to keep away from him, right? You want to avoid him, avoid, right? So you try to spell avoid, and then there's only one way to spell the the oi sound. Well, there are 2 ways, but it's oi, right? And then avoid, right? Yes. There's also oy, but that looks strange. If you spell it this way, it looks strange. So you think, okay, it's not oy, 那一定就是 it has to be oi, right? Okay. To avoid him, fearing being struck by lightning themselves. In other words, fearful of being struck by lightning themselves. Roy was struck a 6th time in 1976 under almost the same, right? 类似, 类同的, right? Almost the same. So not the same, but similar, okay? Similar, okay, similar, okay? If you spell like this, okay, that's not so bad, okay? That's wrong. And you say, okay, I go back and I 订正, right? It's not ER, it's AR, right? Okay. And 背起来, right? Okay, so again, I know I've said this probably 1,000 times, but it really, because I really want all of you to do this, but I really don't want you to 用死背的方式. I want you to use the 自然发音 to take you 到某一个地点, right? Maybe 60%, 70%, 80%. And then the other 40, 30, 20% 用背的, 用调整的, right? So, and I think that makes it a lot easier to learn how to spell words, okay? Okay, so under similar 情形, 情况, situations, right? Situations and conditions, right? And 情况, right? Yeah, like a circle, right? I want you to imagine you're in the middle, and then 你周遭的, right? Yes. Ooh, my pig ears are moving. Ooh, okay. So this is you, and then you're. Where's my Lego person? Okay, I can't find it. He's gone. All right. So you kind of remember the word is something about circle, right? Yeah, because it is the 情况 around you, right? Imagine 你在中间 and then 旁边有 circle, right? Around you, circle, right? So the word is a very long word, circumstances. When I was little and learning this word, I kind of remember like it's a circle and then you stand in the middle. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so that it's not the best way to do it, but it's like a cheat, right? It's like a little bit way of doing it, right? So you kind of create like a mental. You tell yourself a story, right? So I remember it's a circle, and then the middle part you have to remember is come, right? And then like you stand in the middle of the circle, stand. So stand, right? Kind of it's not stand, 不是 stand. It's just the STAN, stand, and then CE, right? So you know how you tell yourself a story and then it can help you kind of. So again, right? Oh, it's a circle, right? It's 情况 is the circle around you, right? So sir, like the circle, and then oh, I just thought of it. It could be like hey, look. It could be like, look. That's good. I draw a circle. And then somebody tells you, oh, come stand in the middle. Come 站在中间, right? Come, come, come stand in the middle, right? So, sir, it's really hard to do this. Sir, and then come stand, right? So circumstances. I don't know if that helps you, but it it might point you in the right direction. Okay, so circumstances, right? Okay. So under similar circumstances, okay. Again, if you spell it wrong, it's okay, right? The water bottle he carried at all times, 有效利用, okay, was, now you have to remember this, was put to good use. Okay, so you have to remember these words. All these words are easy, just have to remember it's put to good use, right? Okay, put to good use. Okay, put to good use. When his hair was set on fire, okay, in 1877, while fishing in a pond. I'm not going to ask you that, okay, pond. Roy was struck by lightning a seventh and final time, okay? All right, I'm not going to ask you that. The probability, okay? I'm going to ask you that, okay? Because you know what? We haven't talked about this in a long time. And I think I want to, the 几率, right? I want to ask you, right? The chance, okay? Right, I want to ask you, make sure that you remember how to say probability, right? Okay. The chance, the 几率, the probability of being of the same person being struck by lightning 7 times in a lifetime, in a lifespan of 80 years is 1 in 10 to the 28th, okay? So I'm going to ask you how to spell probability, okay? In yet another coincidence, oh, I'm going to ask you that too. Hey, man. Right? Yes. What is a coincidence? A coincidence is a chance to accident, right? Right? A chance to accident. I'm going to ask you that. Okay, how to use, okay, 巧合. Maybe I'll just, no, blue and yellow. Let's try. Maybe I'll just do Chinese. A chance to accident, right? Yes. I have to use the voice typing for the Chinese because I can't type Chinese. It'll take me at least 5 minutes to type 巧合 in on the keyboard. 巧合. Very good. Okay, so in yet another coincidence, Roy's wife was once struck by lightning as well and survived while standing near Roy. Sadly, in 1983, Roy Sullivan committed killing himself. He committed suicide. This word is very important, okay? Commit. All right? I want you to remember this word. I'll make it really big. I won't test you on it, but this word is very important. It's a it appears in every high school test. Okay, so this word commit to 犯 to 犯罪那个犯. He committed suicide because suicide is not only stupid, it is a 罪 You cannot kill anyone, including 你自己 So suicide is it's a crime. Okay. All right. So Roy Sullivan committed killing himself, suicide. Okay. Now that's just you have to remember suicide. Okay. All right. So you have to remember how to write suicide. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me just finish this. Probability. Let me do that. And then probability, right? Probability. Really, 把它切成一段一段. That's really what it takes. Okay. Really, that's how you do it. All right. I mean, if you can do that, wonderful. Okay. Probability of being struck by lightning, whatever. Okay. All right. And what is a 巧合? It's called a coincidence, right? Coincidence. Right. You just have to remember it. And again, use the 自然发音, right? Yes. Coincidence, right? And you might spell each 音节 differently, but 一点点错误 is okay. Maybe you spell like this, 假设 That's all right. That's not so bad, right? It's okay, right? So and then you go back and say, oh, it's not SICI. This skill, this 能力 is really key in the future. If you want to be good at English in the future, this is really very, very important. Okay, it's 关键的 important. Okay, to be able to use what you say and spell out the word. Okay. All right, so he committed suicide. Side. Let's say you spell it like this. 假设 you spell it like this, suicide, like that. Let's say what does that say? That says suicide. That really does say suicide. But it's not suicide, it's suicide. So there's a little I in the middle. And then the side is not SIDE, it's CIDE. You see how you 告诉自己的故事 and then it helps you remember, right? Suicide, right? Yes. And actually, if you in the future, if I have time, I'll tell you side, CIDE, 这个字尾actually means 杀 right? Yes. So 杀人叫做try to just a little bit of a 顺便一提right? 杀人叫做 homicide. 然后那个杀虫剂叫做 pesticide. Yes， 杀 baby 叫做 infanticide， right？ kill your own mother 叫做matricide， and then kill your father 叫做patricide and 什么什么 side。 So you see side CIDE 不是 SIDE 哦， CIDE just means kill, and suicide is kill yourself. All right. Okay, so suicide, committed suicide. Okay, killing himself. All right, good, and that's it. That is basically our. I'm going to test you on this. You watch the video, take a piece of paper, right, and then try to spell these words. Okay, teacher Daniel said colleague, and then 不要看, don't look at it, and try to write colleague, and try to remember what, yeah, and then maybe you spell like this, and then只差一个 L 而已啊, huh, right? There's one L difference, right? Yes, so that's not so bad. And give yourself a test how to avoid, don't look at it, avoid, right? Avoid, that's right. Don't look at it, and then you write it. Give yourself a test and see if you know how to write these words. And also, I'm going to ask you to do, I'm going to teach you a sort of a way to write English to help you spell and write English, which is when you copy 课文, you don't copy it. I'll teach you a way to copy, the right way to copy 课文, and it will actually help you. Okay, thank you for watching. I will see you soon in class.